All right, this is awesome because this is going a lot better than I thought it would in terms of troubleshooting this guitar. It comes with 2 Allen wrenches. So you got this nice little plastic carrying case for 2 Allen wrenches. This one is, let's see, what is this going to adjust? I don't even see anything on here that would fit this size Allen wrench. It's definitely not the saddle height. It's not the tension screw for the trem arm. These don't have any sort of an Allen screw on the end of them. Yeah. Oh, truss rod. Silly. Yeah, so the truss rod adjustment is on the neck up here. So this will be the, truss rod adjustment Allen wrench. Okay. Stupid. So this little Allen wrench does most of what you're going to be doing on this guitar. So in order to adjust the intonation on this, these are all basically free floating, and then they're locked down with this little bitty Allen screw over here. So when I went to loosen this screw in order to adjust the saddle locations, it's actually free. It spins free. It wasn't even locked down. So what happened, one of 2 things happened. Either somebody messed with that at some point and adjusted these, or this was never tightened down in the first place, and these saddles slipped during the course of shipping, handling, stuff like that. Which makes sense, because if the string is coming at an angle out of the, I guess you'd call it the block, but the sort of the fine tuner here, if the string comes up at an angle, then it's actually pushing that way a little bit on the saddle. So it will end up working that saddle in that direction. Now, when I took the guitar out of the box, it felt pretty much in tune in terms of where the pitch was. I messed with it a little bit and adjusted it. And like I said, I had to drop this tremolo height down quite a bit in order for the lock to actually work. So when I did that, I had to retune it all. But the nice thing is now these just sort of push back and forth. So you can literally just take your hand, move that to where it needs to be, and then you're good to go. Oh yeah, sneeze. So if I take that now, and if I'm just gonna, because I'll have to do the intonation again later. This has quite a bit of tension on it still, so I don't know if I'll actually be able to move these, or if it's one of those like you need to detune it, then move it, then detune it, then retune it, you know, that sort of thing. I'll fiddle around with that a little bit, but I was able to take this first one and move it. So it's the first and the second one that I think are rubbing up against each other. I can't quite muscle that one out of the way. But the other thing I'm thinking is, if for some reason strings were removed from this and then new ones were put on, if that lock wasn't locked down, these things all just fall out basically. You can take them out and then put them back in. If that happened, then somebody could have put them in the wrong order. So we'll move those all back and see what happens with that, and adjust the height too, and see if that improves the travel on the bridge.